we've got an exciting topic for all you coin collectors and enthusiasts out there. If you're into rare coins, you'll want to pay attention because we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1995 D mint-marked Lincoln penny, and trust me, this coin could be worth far more than you think. We'll talk about its value, its significance, and why it has collectors buzzing. So make sure to stay tuned. The Lincoln penny has been a staple in American currency since 1909, and over the years, certain editions of these pennies have become highly sought after. The 1995 D mint-marked Lincoln penny, produced by the Denver Mint, is one of these coins. At first glance, it might seem like just another penny, but when you dive deeper into its history, you'll realize why it's worth a small fortune to collectors today. You might be wondering, what makes the 1995 D penny so special? Well, the 1995 D penny was minted with a unique flaw that has made it incredibly rare. This flaw is known as the double die obverse, which means that the obverse, or head side, of the coin was struck twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the date and inscriptions. This error is what makes the coin so valuable. Now, you're probably asking, how do I know if my 1995 D penny has this error? Well, it's actually easier than you think. Take a close look at the date, particularly the numbers 9 and 5. If you notice any doubling or distortion, then you could be holding on to something special. It's not just the date though. Also check the inscriptions around Abraham Lincoln's image. If you see any signs of doubling on the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust," it's a strong indicator of this rare error. Now, let's get to the exciting part. How much is the 1995 D penny actually worth? The value of this coin can vary widely depending on its condition and whether or not it has the double die obverse error. In general, a regular 1995 D Lincoln penny without the error is worth just 1 cent. However, if you're lucky enough to have the error version, your coin could be worth thousands of dollars. In mint state condition, the 1995 D double die Lincoln penny can fetch anywhere from $500 to $1,500 or more. But for those of you with an exceptionally well-preserved coin, some examples have been sold at auction for as much as $20,000 or even higher. Yes, you heard that right. Thousands of dollars for just one penny. To give you an idea of the market, in 2018, a 1995 D double die obverse Lincoln penny was sold at auction for nearly $20,000. The demand for this error coin is so high that even a slightly worn example can still be worth hundreds of dollars. But remember, the coin's condition plays a major role in determining its value. Let's go over how you can identify a 1995 D double die Lincoln penny. First, grab a magnifying glass or a loupe for a closer look. Examine the date carefully, especially the 9 and the 5. If you see any doubling, it's an error coin. The same goes for the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Double die coins will often show signs of raised doubling that can be seen with a magnifier dot. If you think you've found one of these rare pennies, don't just stash it away in your pocket. Get it professionally graded. A certified grading service will assign your coin a grade, which significantly affects its value. Coins that are graded in higher conditions, such as MS-64 or MS-65, will command higher prices in the market. Grading is an essential part of the coin collection process. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. Coins are graded based on their condition, with MS-70 being perfect. In general, coins in the range of MS-63 to MS-65 will command higher prices in the market, while coins in lower grades, like a U, about uncirculated, or lower, will be worth less. Having your 1995 D penny professionally graded can give you a better understanding of its market value. Rare coins like the 1995 D double die Lincoln penny have become a hot commodity among collectors and investors alike. In recent years, the value of certain coins has skyrocketed as more people have become interested in numismatics. This includes collectors, hobbyists, and even investors who are looking to diversify their portfolios by purchasing rare and valuable coins. So, if you happen to have a 1995 penny with the error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. While the 1995 penny is one of the most talked about coins in the Lincoln series, there are other pennies that are also worth a significant amount of money. For instance, the 1909 SVD penny, the 1914 D penny, and the 1955 double die penny are all known to fetch high prices on the market. If you're collecting, keep an eye out for these rarities as well. So there you have it. The 1995 D Mintmark Lincoln penny could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent, especially if you find one with the famous double die obverse error. Whether it's worth a few hundred or several $1,000s, this rare coin is a must-have for serious collectors. Before we wrap up, let us know in the comments if you've come across a 1995 D Lincoln penny with this error. And of course, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more coin tips, tricks, and valuable information on rare finds. Info. We're diving into a topic that's going to blow your mind. You might think that pennies are worth only a cent, but there are some rare exceptions that can skyrocket in value, especially if you have the right one. Today, we're going to talk about a very special coin, the 1989 No Mintmark Lincoln penny. Now, the 1989 Lincoln penny usually isn't anything special. It's copper-plated, features the iconic Abraham Lincoln design by Victor David Brenner, and is part of the U.S. Mint's regular coinage from that year. But what if I told you that some of these coins could actually be worth millions of dollars? It sounds like a crazy claim, but believe me, there's a reason why coin collectors and investors are on the hunt for this particular penny. Normally, the U.S. Mint stamps a mint mark on the obverse of a coin to show where it was produced. A D for Denver, an S for San Francisco, and sometimes a blank space for Philadelphia, which is where a lot of pennies are made. But what's truly rare is when a penny from the Philadelphia Mint is found without a mint mark at all. Most people assume all Philadelphia minted coins don't have a mint mark, but here's the kicker. While many 1989 pennies were struck with a mint mark, some of them slipped through the cracks without one. And it's these rare no mint mark 1989 pennies that have people wondering just how much they could be worth. Now you might be wondering, why is this such a big deal? The reason is simple. Coin errors like this are highly prized by collectors. Coins with defects or unusual characteristics can often be worth far more than their face value, especially when they're as rare as the 1989 No Mintmark penny. So how much are these rare pennies actually worth? While most regular 1989 pennies are worth only a few cents, the 1989 No Mintmark penny can be worth anywhere from hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on its condition and other factors. In fact, in rare cases, some of these coins have sold for over $1 million in auction. For example, a high-quality specimen with no mint mark in excellent condition can fetch around $1,000 to $2,000. But if it's in mint condition and graded as a rare find, the price could soar into the tens of thousands or even more. Some speculators believe that if the coin's condition is pristine and the error is confirmed, it could eventually hit the $1 million mark in the right market. Now you might be asking, how do you know if you have one of these valuable coins? Well, it all comes down to paying attention to the details. First, check the date. If your penny is from 1989 and has no mint mark, you've got a rare find. Next, check the condition of the coin. Coins in excellent condition, especially those with little wear and tear, will be worth more. Professional grading can give you an official evaluation of the coin's worth, so don't hesitate to get it inspected by a certified numismatist or coin dealer. But, as with any rare coin, it's important to remember that not all of these pennies will make you a millionaire. The market for rare coins can be unpredictable, and it's always essential to ensure the authenticity of your find. Always get a trusted professional to authenticate and grade your coin before you consider selling or auctioning it. This will give you the best chance of getting top dollar for your 1989 no mint mark penny. So what do you think? Could you be sitting on $1 million penny without even knowing it? If you find a 1989 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, it's definitely worth investigating further. Coin collecting can be an exciting hobby, and who knows, your next find could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another fascinating coin story. And, as always, if you think you've found something rare or valuable, leave a comment below and let us know. We're going to explore a particular coin that could be sitting in your pocket right now, the 1985 mint mark Lincoln penny. Could this seemingly ordinary penny be worth millions? Let's dive in and find out. Before we get into the potential value, let's first understand what makes the 1985 Lincoln penny unique. The penny, issued by the United States Mint, features the iconic Abraham Lincoln on the front, with the familiar D mint mark indicating it was struck in Denver. However, like most coins, not all of them are created equal. Some are produced with rare variations or errors that can make them incredibly valuable to collectors. In the case of the 1985 penny, it's important to remember that it was struck during a period of high mintage, meaning most of them were produced in large quantities. But, and this is key, there are certain conditions or rare characteristics that can elevate its worth. So, what makes this particular penny potentially worth millions? The value of a coin depends largely on rarity, condition, and demand. While the 1985 penny is not inherently rare, certain examples of this coin have been found with unique features or errors that drastically increase their value. For instance, a double die error or a rare minting anomaly can make a single penny worth far more than its face value. A coin with a double die error, where the image on the coin appears to be doubled, is one of the most sought-after variations. If you happen to come across a 1985 penny with this error, it could easily fetch thousands, if not millions, depending on its condition and the severity of the mistake. Moreover, the condition of the coin plays a critical role in determining its market price. Coins that are in near-perfect condition, with minimal wear, are considered graded coins. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. So, if you've got a 1985 penny that looks nearly new, it could be worth significantly more than a worn-out version. Let's take a look at real-life examples. There have been reports of 1985 pennies, in exceptional condition, selling at auction for tens of thousands of dollars. One notable example was a 1985 penny with a rare error that sold for over $50,000. That's right, a single penny sold for more than $50,000. This goes to show that even the most common coins can become valuable treasures if they have the right error or are in top-notch condition. While most 1985 pennies won't sell for millions, the right combination of factors, like rarity, condition, and error, can push their value into the six-figure range. There are even rumors of certain examples fetching over $1 million at auction, but these cases are extremely rare and usually involve a combination of factors that make the coin truly one of a kind. Now that we've established that some 1985 pennies could be worth a fortune, let's talk about how you can identify if yours is one of them. The first thing to do is check the condition. Look for coins that have minimal wear, sharp details, and a crisp appearance. If your penny is heavily worn, it's less likely to be valuable, but it could still have some worth depending on other factors. Next, inspect the coin closely for any errors. The most common error to look for is the double die error, which causes the image on the penny to be doubled or distorted. You'll want to examine the date, the lettering, and the design carefully to spot any unusual markings. This requires a good magnifying tool, so don't hesitate to invest in a quality magnifier if you're serious about checking your coins. Another thing to consider is the strike quality. If your penny has a strong, clear strike with no signs of weakness in the design, it could indicate that the coin was struck in a high-quality manner, which is a positive factor for collectors. If you think you have a valuable 1985 penny, the next step is to get it appraised by a professional. There are a few ways to go about this. You can take the coin to a local coin dealer, or you can submit it to a reputable grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC). These organizations will grade your coin, which can help determine its value and make it more marketable to collectors. Keep in mind that coins with errors, especially rare ones, should be authenticated and graded by experts. This ensures that your penny will be valued properly and can be sold with confidence. If you're thinking about selling, an authenticated and graded coin will fetch a much higher price than one that is not. The market for rare coins has been booming in recent years, with collectors and investors paying top dollar for unique and historical coins. If you're fortunate enough to own a 1985 penny that's been graded and authenticated, you may find a large number of buyers eager to get their hands on it. Online auction platforms like eBay, as well as major auction houses, have seen significant sales of rare coins. If your penny is worth a substantial amount, there are plenty of channels where you can sell it to the right buyer. Just be sure to do your research and avoid lowball offers. So, is your 1985 mint-marked Lincoln penny worth millions? While the vast majority of these coins are worth only their face value, there are certain examples with rare errors or exceptional condition that could fetch hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. Keep an eye out for those rare variants, and always have your coins professionally graded and authenticated if you think you've found something special. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting content on rare coins and collectibles. And if you think you might have a valuable 1985 penny, take a closer look. It could be worth more than you think. Stay tuned for more videos on coin collecting and other valuable treasures. We're going to talk about a rare and valuable coin that might be sitting in your pocket right now. The 2008 mint-marked Lincoln penny. These seemingly ordinary coins could be worth millions of dollars in the right condition. Stick around as we dive into the story behind this incredible coin, its value, and how you can find one. The 2008 Lincoln penny. An overview. The Lincoln penny is one of the most recognizable coins in U.S. currency. It has been minted for over a century and features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. But while the design has stayed largely the same, certain years and mint marks carry hidden value. The 2008 Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, is a particular coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. At first glance, it might seem like just another regular penny, but there's more to the story. The key to its value. So, what makes the 2008 Lincoln penny so special? It all comes down to a combination of factors: rarity, condition, and errors. There were several things that set the 2008 penny apart from others produced that year. First, the 2008 penny was minted in large quantities, with nearly 3 billion produced. But what sets the coin apart is the presence of subtle, yet valuable, error varieties that have been discovered by numismatists over the years. These errors, especially in minting or design, can significantly increase the coin's value. The 2008 penny with error, double die obverse. One of the most famous varieties of the 2008 penny is the double die obverse. This is a type of error where the design on the coin is struck twice, causing the details to appear doubled. The doubled effect is most noticeable on Lincoln's face, the lettering, and the date. These coins are extremely rare and sought after by collectors. The double die obverse error occurs when the die, which is used to stamp the design onto the blank penny, shifts slightly during the minting process. This results in a second, slightly misaligned impression of the design, making the coin stand out from the rest. The 2000 AD double die obverse penny can fetch a value of several $1,000s, depending on its condition. The condition matters. Why grading is crucial when it comes to rare coins. Condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. Even small imperfections can significantly reduce a coin's value. For the 2000 AD penny, the value can range dramatically depending on its grade. A penny in mint state, MS 65 condition, can be worth around $500 to $1,000, while a well-preserved MS 67 or higher grade coin could fetch several $1,000s. However, the real treasure lies in finding a 2000 AD penny with a double die obverse error in top-tier condition, the $1 million coin. A rare find. While most 2000 AD Lincoln pennies are worth just a few cents, a well-preserved, error-free or error-specific coin can be worth far more. In rare instances, 2000 AD pennies with significant errors have been sold for millions of dollars at auction. One of these extraordinary finds can become a collector's dream, attracting massive bids from numismatists and investors. How to spot a valuable 2000 AD penny? Now that we know the 2000 AD Lincoln penny could be worth a fortune, how do you spot one? The first thing to look for is the double die obverse error. Inspect the lettering, date, and Lincoln's profile closely under good lighting. Look for any signs of doubling on the details. Next, pay attention to the overall condition of the coin. The more pristine the coin, the higher its potential value. Make sure to handle the coin carefully to avoid any damage, and consider storing it in a protective holder. Where to sell or auction your rare coins? If you think you have a rare 2000 AD penny on your hands, you'll want to get it professionally evaluated. A reputable coin dealer or a certified grading service can examine your coin and provide a detailed report of its condition and potential value. If your penny has a high value, you might want to consider selling it at auction. Major auction houses such as Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers have been known to sell rare and valuable coins for astronomical amounts. Some buyers at these auctions are willing to pay top dollar for a one-of-a-kind find. Final thoughts. The 2000 AD Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how something as small and ordinary as a penny can have extraordinary value. If you have a 2000 AD penny, it's definitely worth taking a second look. With its unique error varieties and potential for high-grade condition, this coin could be worth a lot more than you think. So keep your eyes peeled. There might just be a $1 million penny in your change jar. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more coin-related content. Have you found any rare or valuable pennies? Let us know in the comments below. We have an exciting and potentially life-changing topic for you. You might think that all pennies are worth just 1 cent, but some rare ones are worth way more. In fact, today we're diving into the 1988 D mint-marked Lincoln penny and its surprising value in the market. If you have one of these in your coin jar, stick around because you could be sitting on a gold mine. Now, let's talk about the 1988 D Lincoln penny. At first glance, it may seem like a regular penny, but there's more to this little coin than meets the eye. Most 1988 pennies were struck at the Denver Mint, which is why they carry the D Mint mark. These coins were produced in large quantities, so they aren't rare by themselves. However, a few specific 1988 D pennies have become incredibly valuable to collectors, and some are even worth millions. You might be asking, what makes these pennies worth so much? Well, it's all about the condition, unique characteristics, and a few special errors. Let's break it down. First, the standard 1988 D penny, in average circulated condition, is worth only its face value, 1 cent. But that's not what we're focusing on today. Some 1988 D pennies have been discovered with rare and unusual features that make them valuable. For example, there are reports of a very specific 1988 penny with a unique error, the infamous double die error. The double die error happens when the coin is struck twice, causing some of the lettering, such as the Liberty or In God We Trust, to appear doubled. This error is very subtle and hard to spot, but once you know what you're looking for, you can identify it easily. If you happen to have one of these rare double die 1988 pennies in good condition, it can fetch anywhere from $100 to even $500,000, depending on the quality of the strike. That's right, a 1988 penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. But it doesn't stop there. There are also other varieties that have a high value, like coins with unusual wear patterns or overstrikes, where one coin was struck onto another, creating a unique imprint. Some of these can be worth millions of dollars, especially if they come from a limited batch or were minted incorrectly. Now, if you think you've found one of these rare pennies, the next step is to get it graded by a professional. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. The higher the grade, the more valuable your penny is. A mint state 1988 penny with a double die error in a grade of 65 or higher could easily reach into the six-figure range, or more. Grading is crucial because it helps buyers and sellers determine how much a coin is worth. A penny in perfect condition will be worth far more than one that's heavily worn or damaged. So, make sure to keep your coins in good condition and get them professionally evaluated. Remember, the key factors that increase the value of a 1988 Lincoln penny are rarity, condition, and errors. So, before you toss that penny into your jar, take a moment to check it closely. You never know, you could have a hidden treasure. Over the years, collectors have paid top dollar for these types of rare coins. And it's not just about the money. There's something truly fascinating about holding a piece of history in your hands. Some of the most expensive 1988 pennies have been sold at major coin auctions for staggering amounts, even reaching into the millions of dollars. So, it's definitely worth checking your collection, especially if you have a 1988 penny. To give you an idea of just how much these coins can be worth, some recent auctions have seen 1988 pennies with unique errors sell for over $2 million. So, if you're holding onto a rare one, you might want to get it appraised by a professional coin dealer or auction house to get the best price. So, there you have it, the 1988 Lincoln penny, an unassuming coin that could be worth a fortune. Keep an eye out for those rare errors, and if you find one, be sure to get it checked out. Who knows, you might just have a coin worth millions in your pocket. If you want to learn more about coin collecting or find out if you have other rare coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or if you've found a rare coin yourself. We have a fascinating topic that could turn your loose change into something worth a fortune. We're going to dive into the world of rare coins and specifically focus on the 1968 mint-marked Lincoln penny. You've probably heard the saying, "It's just a penny." Well, that may be true for most pennies, but when it comes to certain years and mint marks, a single coin can be worth a lot more than you'd expect. In fact, the 1968 Lincoln penny, especially in certain conditions, could be worth millions of dollars. So let's get into the details, uncovering what makes this penny so valuable and how you can tell if you have one. First, let's talk about the history of the 1968 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent, of course, has been one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, first minted in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, Lincoln pennies have been produced in various mint locations across the United States, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The 1968 penny was minted at the San Francisco Mint, hence the S mint mark. Now, what's so special about this particular penny? Well, in 1968, the U.S. Mint was still producing pennies primarily in copper, and at the time, they were issued as part of the regular circulation. However, what makes the 1968s unique is the variety of errors and variations that have been discovered over the years, turning what was once a typical penny into a sought-after treasure for collectors. One of the most intriguing versions of the 1968s penny is the 1968s double-die obverse penny, often abbreviated as DDO. So what does double die mean? It refers to a minting error where the design of the coin is stamped twice, creating a visible doubling effect on certain parts of the coin. For the 1968s DDO penny, this error was primarily found on the date and the inscriptions on the obverse side of the coin. That's the side with Lincoln's portrait. In these cases, you'll notice that the date, 1968, and the word, Liberty, appear with a slight doubling or shadow effect. The doubling is subtle, but if you look closely, it's definitely there. This error is highly coveted by collectors, and even though it's rare, it's not the only thing that makes this penny valuable. So, why is this penny worth so much money? Well, there are a few factors at play here. First, let's talk about rarity. While the 1968s DDO penny is rare, it's not as rare as some other coins in the market. But it's still considered one of the most valuable pennies out there, especially for those in mint condition. The condition of the coin is critical to its value. Coins that have been well preserved and graded highly by professional numismatists can fetch much higher prices. For example, a 1968s DDO penny in excellent condition, let's say a grade MS67 or higher, could easily be worth tens of thousands of dollars. But wait, there's more. On extremely rare occasions, a 1968s DDO penny has sold for over $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. Millions of dollars. These sales typically happen at high-end auctions, where collectors compete fiercely to own a piece of U.S. history. So, how can you tell if you've got one of these valuable coins in your collection? Let's break it down. The first thing you need to do is check for the mint mark, that small S, on the reverse side of the coin. If it's there, you have a 1968s penny. Next, you'll want to examine the coin closely for signs of doubling. The most obvious places to look are the date and the word, Liberty, on the obverse side. If you can spot a doubling effect, it's a strong indication that you have a DDO variety. Now, examining the coin under magnification is crucial to spotting the fine details. If you don't have a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, I highly recommend you get one. It will help you identify even the smallest flaws and doubling effects. Lastly, once you think you've found a 1968s DDO penny, you'll need to get it professionally graded. The value of the coin skyrockets based on its condition, and the grading process will help determine if it's in top-tier shape or if it's been worn down from years of circulation. If you're lucky enough to have a 1968s DDO penny, you might be wondering how you can cash in on your find. Well, the first step is to take it to a professional numismatist or coin dealer. These experts can help you assess the value of your coin and guide you through the selling process. You could also consider selling your coin at an auction. The highest prices for rare coins are often achieved at auction settings, where collectors are willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on a coveted piece. Of course, before selling, you'll want to do some research on the current market value. Coin prices fluctuate based on demand and rarity, so it's important to stay updated on the latest trends. To sum it all up, the 1968s Lincoln penny is more than just pocket change. With the right mint mark and specific errors, it could be worth millions of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who's interested in learning more about rare coins, this is one penny you'll definitely want to keep an eye out for. So, check your change, inspect your pennies, and who knows, you might have a small fortune in your hands. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all things rare coins and collectibles. We're diving into a coin that could make you a fortune. Have you ever wondered if that old penny you found in your pocket could be worth millions? Well, it just might be. Let's talk about the 1992 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a coin that's got collectors buzzing with excitement. Now, the 1992 D Lincoln penny may look like just another regular coin from your change, but don't be fooled. This penny, in certain conditions, can actually be worth a lot more than its face value, potentially even millions of dollars. It all comes down to a rare mistake that was made during its production. Let's break it down. First things first, what makes this penny so special? The 1992 D penny is minted in Denver, and while most of them are just like any other penny, there's a small but important detail that sets some of them apart. A rare error that was made in the minting process. If you closely examine your 1992 D penny, you'll notice the D mint mark, which stands for Denver. But here's where things get interesting. In 1992, a specific number of pennies were accidentally struck without the D mint mark at all. These error coins are known as the No D 1992 pennies, and they're extremely rare. Now, these coins are highly sought after by collectors, and if you happen to have one, you could be holding on to a small fortune. So how much are these error pennies worth? Well, in perfect condition, they can fetch anywhere from a few $1,000s to several million, depending on the coin's quality, rarity, and the buyer's interest. Coins are graded based on their condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. A 1992 No D penny in mint state, graded MS65 or higher, can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. But in perfect condition, graded MS70, the value skyrockets into the millions. It's important to note that the regular 1992 D pennies, the ones with the mint mark, aren't worth much more than their face value. But the No D version? That's the one to look out for. The reason they're so rare is that the minting error was corrected quickly, and only a small number of these No D pennies were released before they fixed the problem. The 1992 No D pennies are considered one of the most significant coin errors in recent U.S. history. Because of the rarity and the uniqueness of the error, collectors are always looking for them. If you happen to have one, it's definitely worth getting it graded by a professional coin grading service to see how much it might be worth. So, what should you do if you think you've found a 1992 No D penny? First, take a close look at the coin. The lack of a mint mark will be the key giveaway. Then, consider getting the coin authenticated and graded by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. This will ensure you get the full value if you decide to sell it. The value of these rare coins can fluctuate depending on demand, but some have been known to sell at auction for over $100,000. And that's just the starting point. In the right condition, with the right buyer, a 1992 No D penny could go for millions. So, check those pennies in your coin jar or your spare change. You never know if you've got a hidden treasure on your hands. And remember, when it comes to rare coins, knowledge is power. Keep an eye out for minting errors, especially those that can turn your pennies into huge profits. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. Who knows, you might be the next lucky coin collector to strike it rich with a 1992 No D penny. We're diving into a rare and fascinating topic, the 1980 No Mint Mark Lincoln penny. If you've got one of these coins sitting in your collection, you may want to pay close attention because these pennies could be worth more than you ever imagined, potentially even millions. Let's break down why these coins are so special, how to identify them, and what makes them valuable in the market today. First, let's briefly cover the basics for anyone new to coin collecting. The Lincoln penny, or the 1-cent coin, has been in circulation since 1909, making it one of the most iconic and widely recognized coins in U.S. history. The coin features President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and has gone through several design changes over the years. The 1980 version features Lincoln's portrait on the front, while the reverse shows the famous Lincoln Memorial. But here's the interesting part. The 1980 penny, when it lacks a mint mark, is what catches the eye of collectors and investors. In 1980, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln pennies at both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Typically, coins produced in Denver have a D mint mark on the reverse, while coins produced in Philadelphia do not have a mint mark. Now, most of us are familiar with the typical 1980 pennies that either have the D mint mark or are minted without a mint mark in Philadelphia. But here's where things get interesting. A select number of 1980 pennies from the Philadelphia Mint were struck with no mint mark at all, leading many collectors to believe that some of these coins were actually errors. This rare variety has captured the attention of numismatists and coin collectors worldwide. The key to understanding why these 1980 no mint mark pennies are worth so much lies in their rarity and the error associated with them. The fact that a coin from the Philadelphia Mint lacks the expected mint mark makes it a highly sought-after collectible, especially if the coin is in pristine condition. These coins were struck with such precision that they could potentially grade well in a professional coin grading service, such as the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. The value of these rare pennies is influenced by factors such as their condition, scarcity, and demand. As with most rare coins, the better the condition, or grade, the more valuable it becomes. A 1980 penny that grades MS67 or higher could fetch a significant amount of money at auction. In some cases, these coins have been known to sell for thousands of dollars, with some even reaching over $1 million for the absolute best specimens. Now, let's talk about how to identify a 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny. You'll want to start by checking the reverse side of the coin. As mentioned earlier, coins struck in Philadelphia typically do not feature a mint mark, while those struck in Denver have the D mint mark. If you have a 1980 penny with no mint mark and you're not sure where it was minted, check for signs of an error, such as an overpolished die or other unique characteristics. Keep in mind that the lack of a mint mark alone doesn't automatically make a penny valuable. The condition of the coin is critical. Look for coins that are free of wear, scratches, or other damage. If your 1980 no mint mark penny is in exceptional condition, you may have a hidden treasure on your hands. Let's get down to the numbers. So, what is the actual market value of these 1980 no mint mark Lincoln pennies? Well, as with any collectible item, the value fluctuates based on supply and demand. However, a coin in excellent condition can easily fetch several $1,000s. In fact, some of the highest graded specimens have sold for as much as $2 million at auctions. But don't expect every 1980 no mint mark penny to be worth that much. The key to finding valuable coins is in their rarity and the demand for them among collectors. Coins that grade out at MS67 or higher are your best bet for maximizing the value. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1980 no mint mark penny, there are several reputable places to do so. Auctions, both online and at coin conventions, can be great places to find these rare coins. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Stack's Bowers Galleries have seen incredible sales of rare coins in the past. But remember, when selling or purchasing rare coins, it's important to work with trusted dealers and professionals. Make sure to have the coin properly graded by an official grading service before putting it up for sale or making a purchase. If you're new to coin collecting, here are a few tips to help you get started with finding rare coins like the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Start with research. Learn about different coin types and their history. Understanding the features of each coin will help you identify rarities and errors. Always examine the details of a coin closely. Look for any unique characteristics or potential minting errors. Get coins graded. Professional grading can help determine the value of a coin and give you a more accurate idea of its worth. Build relationships with dealers. Establish connections with trusted coin dealers who can guide you in acquiring rare and valuable coins. So, there you have it. The 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny is not just another ordinary coin. It's a valuable rarity in the world of numismatics. With the right knowledge, patience, and attention to detail, you could be holding on to a potential fortune. Keep your eyes peeled for these rare finds, and happy collecting. If you enjoyed this video and want more coin collecting tips and insights, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.